Hello, my name is Adonis and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing an X returns reading for all of my Gemini out there. This is an X returns reading for all of my Gemini out there for the month of September 2019. So, without any further ado, let's get cracking. Okay. Sun, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Sun, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Sun, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see. What kind of energy are my Geminis dealing with during this month? What kind of energy is my Gemini dealing with during this month? What kind of energy is my Gemini dealing with during this month? Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see. Ooh. Whew. Okay. Got no poker face. Remember that. Lord have mercy. All right. All right, Gemini. Just gotta give it to you straight. Boom. Devil card right from the door. Okay, so there appears to be you're dealing with a very toxic situation right now. Okay? There's a very toxic situation. You're dealing with a toxic potential relationship situation. And you know, what makes it worse is you got the Three of Pentacles. This thing is happening at the place where you work. So you kind of got involved in a relationship with an individual that you work with. And it didn't turn out so well. Okay? Now, the crazy part is that you thought this person was your twin flame. Wrong, big time wrong. There's this toxicity here. You guys have there may be a connection here, all right, but it's a toxic one. It's a toxic relationship, and you know it's bad enough to have a toxic relationship with somebody. But you want to talk about crapping when you eat. I mean, that's like bang, that's right there. So you got that going on. You know, that kind of hair-raising situation going on right there. Now, you know, with that being said, you have decided to assert yourself. The Emperor energies here. You decided to try to take control of the situation and say, wait a minute, hold up. Let me bring this thing back to a manageable. You're trying to mitigate the damage, okay? That this situation has dusted up in your life. You're trying to mitigate the damage by, you know, by this Emperor energy here. You've decided to take control of it. You're asserting yourself. You're trying to bring things to a more manageable situation here. And in doing so, we got the Hangman here. So you've managed to put the brakes on the situation and stop it from getting any worse than what it already was. So, you know, so either you did or you're in the process of doing so, of stopping the situation from getting any worse than it already is. You know, that this toxic situation with the person you work with, and you're trying to contain the damage, trying to contain it, so to speak. Okay, so there's that. Same time, you have this Earth sign individual. Now, this Earth sign individual that's also in your orbit here, a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. They are King of Pentacles. They have their money together. Now, this could even be. No, I'm not going to say that. No, I'm not. I was going to say this could even be someone that you work with. It could be, but I'm more or less thinking of somebody outside of that. It's someone outside of that particular venue that you're dealing with here. In addition to you, because again, this King of Pentacles, this individual has money. They're in a solid foundation. So they really have themselves together financially. And it looks like they have themselves together emotionally and mentally too. So they're very, very grounded here. In addition, you're also dealing with an air sign individual, a bit of a hothead. You know, air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. And this person, again, like I always like to say, Knights of Swords are people that speak without thinking. So this is pretty much a hot-headed individual that you're kind of dealing with as well. And so, as I've said before, you know, 7 of Cups, it's always good to have choices. In this particular case, you have a lot of different choices. There's a lot of stuff going on here. There's a lot of dynamics to this particular situation here, for sure. Now, in the midst of all of this, and this pretty much highlights, Gemini's your intestinal fortitude, because in the midst of all of this, you got the 4 of Pentacles. You still think that you're going to be successful with one of these relationships. Well, not the toxic one, but you still got a sense of confidence. Like, I got this. Even though it may look like a mess right now, it may look like a mess to everybody else. I got this. I'm in control. I got this. I'm controlling this. I'm in control. I got this. I'm in control of this. I mean, like, damn, really? But hey, that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm seeing here. So, more power to you. You got this under control. Okay. So, that being said, let's see what's going on with your ex, shall we? Let's see what's going on with your ex, Gemini. What kind of energy is your ex dealing with? What kind of energy is your ex dealing with during the month of September? What kind of energy is your ex dealing with during the month of September? Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see. Okay. So, got the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. And so they are dealing with a work situation as well. Okay, so they're involved in some type of work situation, either someone they work with, either someone some kind of work related project or something like that. So there's something going on there with the places they work as well. And we got the 3 of Wands. So they put a couple of fillers out there, and they're waiting for their ships to come in. They put a lot of fillers out there, and they're kind of just waiting to see what kind of comes their way, what comes their way over the horizon. So that's where they are right now. Now, one of these individuals, okay, because there appears to be 3 particular people, as we got the 3 of Pentacles, okay, which is here. And then we got the 3 of Wands, which is here. So there appears to be 3 potential situations involved. One pertaining to work, maybe 2 not so much, but one of them definitely is a work situation. So out of this particular situation, one of these individuals, they see them as a potential soulmate. Okay? A potential soulmate situation going on here. All right? So, in addition, they're working on their pentacles. They're working on really getting themselves together to create some type of legacy situation here. That's the mode that they're in. They're kind of getting their pentacles together. They want a legacy type of situation, like long-term. They're looking for a really long-term, sustainable, solid situation. Also, we got the Temperance card here. Okay? Moderation and equal give and take. So they're looking to have an equal give and take in their situation as well. That's what's going on as well. Now, even though they may be facing a little bit of opposition, they feel like they got the high ground here. They feel like they have the high ground here. And they feel like they're going to have victory over the opposition, of people, that may have, of any type of opposition to what they're trying to accomplish with their life. They're moving their life in a situation where they're getting serious about a relationship. They're serious about their financial stability. They're looking for an equal give and take. So there's maturity, there's growth here, and they're willing to fight for their belief at this point in time. Now, with that being said, we also got the Five of Cups here, people. So there's a little bit of regret on their part. They are looking back and regret, crying over spilled milk, so to speak. So there's that. But we also got the Seven of Cups here. So they got a lot of choices here. Like I said, there's 3 potential situations that they're involved with here. So they do have some choices, but finally we got the Page of Pentacles here. And again, this could possibly be this is an earth sign individual, or a Capricorn or Virgo or a Taurus. Now again, I don't want to say this is, again, I'm hesitant to say it could possibly be a younger individual that your ex is messing with. That's highly probable. Or someone just kind of like young at heart. But this person is very careful in the way in which they're approaching the situation. Page of Pentacles, they like to take care of their pentacles. Before they decide to make a move, they make very specific moves. They move in a very specific way. Very specific messages. So that's what's going on. It really examine the pentacle, taking care of it. Like, okay, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to move in this way. I'm going to communicate in this way. So this individual that's communicating with your ex is being very specific, very deliberate in how they put things to achieve a certain type of outcome. So there's a thought process going on here as they're communicating with your ex. And this is possibly one of the 3 individuals that they are communicating, they're dealing with at this particular point in time here. But this earth sign individual really stands out. This person really seems to have a connection here with your ex. So with that being said, let's see if you and your ex can get back together. All right. So what are the chances that, what are the chances that you and your ex are going to get back together this month? What are the chances you and your ex are going to get back together this month of September? What are the chances that you and your ex are going to get back together this month? Let's see what we see here. Let's see what we see. Well, Two of Cups. You guys are soulmates. There's a soulmate connection here. And it's built on something solid. Got the Emperor card. It's built on something solid here. It's definitely built on something solid. A solid foundation, for sure. Probably got the Justice card here. So there's going to be an equal give and take. So if I were to take a guess here, take a gander here, I'd say, yeah, there's a possibility you guys are going to get back together this month. Yes, I think it is. I think it's highly probable. Because, you're dealing with some crazy stuff right now. Even though your confidence is like, I got this under control. That's cool. And I'm sure you do have it under control. However, there's an old saying, better the devil you know than the devil you don't. And right now you're dealing with a devil, literally a devil that's a very toxic situation you're dealing with right now. I'm just putting that out there. But it does appear that you guys will be getting back together, because it seems like your ex is really beginning to kind of get their stuff together. Even though, you know, the individual that they're kind of messing with may be fancying them to be a potential soulmate here, you know, it's quite possible that this soulmate connection could possibly even be you. And you're possibly kind of like one of the 3 people that your ex is messing with at the moment. And you may not consider them to be a part of your energy right now. That's why they didn't show up with you, but you're definitely showing up with them, because there's a possibility that you guys have kind of been in communication with one another, and they're kind of like, you know, working on getting themselves together, that type of thing, you know. But at the same time, you got this Page of Pentacles out here that's kind of like pushing up on them too. So it's a pretty interesting dynamic. But I do think that there's a high probability that you guys are probably going to be getting back together, or at least exploring the opportunity, because it does appear that you guys have a soulmate connection. Let's see what kind of things the spirits have to say. If there's any additional information spirits want to give us before we say goodbye. Whoa. Okay. So I will definitely take what popped out. Okay, so here we go. Meditation brings answers. And it actually, it kind of does. I do it, if I don't do it every day, because sometimes I get kind of caught up, but I do it at least every other day. Meditation is very good. And meditation does bring answers to things. A lot of times the things are stressful and the world's just spinning out of control. I find myself, I go to my mat, turn all the lights out, light a candle, burn some incense, and I'm like getting to that Zen state, and I can I meditate for like anywhere from like no less than 20, usually about half an hour, and just kind of get in the zone. So meditation does bring a lot of answers a lot of times. Meditation brings a lot of answers. And that's what Spirit's telling you to do. Meditate on this. You know, you don't have to really run back to your ex right away. But you may want to meditate on this, on the answer here, on the situation here. And it'll bring you a sense of clarity. Okay? Also, abundance. So once you've come to the realization that you want to come to here, and once you have done a lot of soul searching and thinking, there's a potential that there could be some kind of abundant situation that could possibly take place, because like I said, your ex is kind of getting themselves together, and you know it's definitely something to consider, because your ex seems to be getting themselves together. Again, this is free will, so if you just decide to go there, okay, there's a potential of an abundance type situation that could take place. Okay? And we got success. So, again, it appears as though that this would be a good move for you to make. But again, I want to stress, free will. Okay? So, that's what I see. That's what I feel with this particular situation. Again, I hope you guys like this reading. It is a general reading. Hopefully it resonated with you. If it did, you may want to get a personal reading so we can zero in on your particular situation. Even if it didn't, you still may want to get a personal reading so that I can specifically get to your particular situation. Again, if you want a personal reading, I'll leave all the information and links below. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. My name is Adonis. Bye-bye.